welcome back, crew, to beautiful Haulover Inlet and Boats vs. Haulover, where we do a 5-round competition of man and machine taking on Mother Nature down here at the inlet. And as you can see, as our first boat comes out smacking around, it's going to be an interesting day. Haulover's firing. Let's get our contest rolling. And here we go, we're going to start off in the first round of our competition where the boats are going to bring out a Nortec to step in the ring and try and do battle with Haulover. Let's see how our crew handles it. They're making their approach toward the mouth of the inlet. They've got the boat up on plane, bows really high, which looks good from that standpoint as they're trying to avoid the stuffing from the following sea. Let's see how it works out as they get close to the stacked waves. They wind up getting a ton of air right there, and man, I don't know how the guy in the bow of this held on. Here we're going to see it on the replay. They're coming in, here in a moment, right there, a ton of air. Our guy winds up smacking down hard. I got a feeling as we see him come down and hit this one, that my man's going to remember this one for a little bit. If not, he's definitely going to remember it when he's laying in bed tonight thinking about, I need to make an appointment with the chiropractor. Unfortunately for this crew, with that hard of a smack with somebody in the bow, I'm going to go ahead and give this first round to Haulover because it's going to be a memorable one for that guy. That'll bring us to the second round of our competition. Haulover has an early 1-0 lead, but the boats are coming out firing with a pursuit here in the second round. And our crew's starting to make their way out of the inlet. I'm not sure what in the heck our guy is thinking here on the gunnel. It looks like he's trying to grab onto a cleat, maybe to have something to hold on to. I mean, maybe he's undoing, I don't know. I can't, you guys let me know in the comments what you think our guy has going on here, but I got a feeling that's not the best spot to be. He's definitely going to wind up getting soaked as this boat is having a rough time as it works its way out of Haulover. The boat, unfortunately, is coming out just a little too slow. This pursuit definitely could handle a little higher speed, working on getting that bow up, but they've stuffed it multiple times at this point, taking water over the bow several times as they try and work their way out. Let's see how that turns as they come out here to the bigger rollers, where it's probably about to get a whole lot worse. It appears he's backing off the throttle a little more even, and that's not going to fare well, and bam, there we go. The big stuffing to close it out hard. He backed off the throttle on this one for some reason, causing that bow to drop and just escalating this stuffing that much more, and this crew gets a wild ride coming out of the inlet. Unfortunately, no choice in this one. I'm gonna have to give this crew the loss, and that means the boats take the loss here in the second round as well, and that's not gonna fare well for the boats. They've got to make a comeback in the third round as they fall down 2-0. If the Haulover can pull a win in the third round, we'll be over quick on this one. So this brings us to the third round of our competition. Haulover up 2-0, but the boats are throwing a ringer in here in the third round as they're going to toss a CV in the ring, a Haulover killer, to see how it fares. Now this crew is coming in at an excellent pace. This is the right pace for this boat, absolutely. They don't have a whole lot of bow movement even right now. Just letting the boat do its thing. Cap's got this one dialed in. It's not even going to be a contest here in the third round. This CV shows Haulover up, taking an easy win for the boats, getting the boats on the board. As we'll move into the fourth round, Haulover's still up 2-1. And the boats are going to go ahead and bring a fountain in the fourth round, trying to keep it alive, hoping Haulover doesn't come in and give him a knockout punch and end this one early. And let's go, Captain's bringing it toward the mouth of Haulover. They've got a slower pace, but as you can tell, pretty heavy following sea. Cap's trying to be cautious here to make sure he doesn't stuff it, but once he gets through those rollers, he really opens it up here at the end, comes blasting into Haulover, taking a win for the boats and forcing that pivotal fifth and final round. As we go into the fifth round, tied at 2 apiece, and the boats are going to throw a fjord in the ring to try and see if they can pull off the upset victory after Haulover led early on 2-0. Now this crew is coming in pretty slow, and this boat does not have a lot of flair, but this is a pretty expensive boat. You would expect it to be a really nice ride, and if you get this up on plane, it really will do its job and cut through these waves, but they're going too slow. Wind up taking a ton of water over the bow, and I'm going to call this one the Mama Ain't Happy replay because she winds up absolutely soaked, and Haulover winds up with the last laugh in this one because this crew winds up drenched, and I'm going to give Haulover the win, and that means Haulover's going to take the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that features all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.